We're going to take the tarp off to prepare the corn beds now. So we just pulled the tarp off. I think it was about 6 weeks or so. It actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a couple things we can come in and try to pull that still have a little bit of life. But for the most part, it's looking really good. You happy with it, Chase?
Yep.
The ant farms are a little bit much for me, but that's why we have all the flickers that love to eat the ants up here on the hill. So you can see where the edges were, a little bit of light was getting in, looks like, but still not even that bad. And see where the grass was growing. Jay was just kicking at it. So we're trying to figure out how we want to do the rows this year. We still want to do, I think, 5 rows, but we may tarp with the canvas mulch in between the rows and let the rows open so we can hill the corn. I'm not sure yet. We got to bring a bunch of compost to go over top. We're not going to till. We tilled last year when we started this garden. We did till to get the sod out, and then we tilled again at the fall since it's still a new bed. But now our goal is going forward that we won't have to till. But we'll see. Corn roots are pretty strong stuff. Looks great. So you had to cut the strips.
Yeah, because it just wasn't the right dimensions.
So 2-foot walkways.
Yeah.
2-foot border. Are you gonna put a border on the back there?
Yep. I don't know if I'll go over the grass or, and then I gotta decide on this, like how much. I mean, should we put a 6-foot? Or just 2 of those?
Well, I look at this and I see more garden space.
Yeah.
So the corn's gonna go to here.
Yeah. I mean, we can extend these.
Or we could do 1 row this way.
Or that. But definitely do. We can overlap. And overlap that.
Yep.
4 feet. And then come up to that. And then whatever the middle is. You know what I mean?
What's the dimension of that?
I don't know.
You got tape in the back of the tractor? I'm guessing it's 7 or 8 feet. Maybe 7. 8 feet? Guess I was pretty close. So
I mean, ideally, what would your width want to be?
opening, probably that's the same, roughly 12, 16 inches. Up. Right? Because it looks like it's close. Using our $25 rake. Actually, it wasn't even 25 because we got 2 rakes. Marketplace. How long are these rows?
I didn't measure.
Like 25?
They're longer than 25 because it's 20 that way. So.
"28 rows. We'll have 2 tight rows of corn in each row. That's still a lot of corn.
Yep.
Garlic looks great, actually. Looks much better. That wind was, I think, what was causing the leaves issues. You see all those onions I planted? We got to think of irrigation too. Got all that drip line.
That I was just watching on YouTube a minute ago.
Yeah. How,
that Haas guy, or
the dog one?
yeah,
What's his name?
Travis,
But the what's his YouTube channel?
Lazy Dog.
Lazy Dog Farm.
I wasn't watching him. I was watching Living Traditions. But
Yeah.
I didn't see what he did. But Haas buries it,
Yeah, but they're down south.
so I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna seed, we're gonna have to use sprinkler systems until it germinates. When we do direct seed,
Oh, yeah.
the drip won't be good for direct seeding. So setting up the sprinkler in the middle, like we did last year, or on the ends, might be worth it. The concept here is that we won't have to weed the rows or till the rows, which I think is actually going to be good. And the black gets so much heat to it. I think having it, the corn be next to it, will be good versus it actually be on that. So happy Saturday. While I was at the plant sale swap, Jace actually got a lot done and got the cornfield. I call it a field. It's not that big. I think he just said it was 28 by 19 or so for these actual rows. Where we're going to plant is in between the black tarps. So, for example, this is walkway. This is planting space. This is walkway. And so he's going to get compost, and we're going to do raise this and mound this area up, and then mound this area up, and then plant, do some drip tape that we got from Johnny Seeds, and then do some plant the seeds, and then we'll actually use a sprinkler while the seeds germinate. The concept here was last year the worst weeds were actually in the walkways. This is a second-year garden, so the black tarp method really worked. You can see the folded up tarp there. So we're excited about that. And then what he's done is, because these are a little bit shorter rows than last year, we now have a space here that I get to have another bed. It's probably going to go east to west. We're a little angled.